Hey guys, I sent a message to 3 of my friends who also happen to be millionaires and asked them a simple question. Imagine you met someone today and they said to you, hey, over the next 5 to 10 years, my goal is to become financially independent. What would be your one piece of advice to them? What would you say to them is the number one thing that they should focus on as much as they can? The big domino that will make the biggest impact and help them get there a lot faster. Well, their responses will actually surprise you. Today's video is me literally showing you what that text message looked like for each person, and bear in mind, they don't know each other at all, as I mentioned before. Okay, so you've got 2 guys and 1 lady. And what I want to do with today's video is simply share the message, walk through what they said, almost react to it in a way, and you guys can actually let me know what your thoughts are and what you take away from each one of the messages, okay? Now, bear in mind, when we think about financial independence, the biggest focus is typically on your savings rate, which is a hugely important metric. And then most people typically focus a lot of their energies on investing money, okay? Now, I've always thought that this journey towards financial independence requires a whole different level of creativity if you want to get there a lot faster. But let's see what these responses from these 3 individuals who have got to that place already on their own money journey have got to share with us on what it really takes to get there as fast and as sensibly as possible. If you're loving the vibes from today's video, hey, hit the like button, show me some love, give me a signal that you are enjoying the sort of videos that we are putting out here on our channel. Let's start with my friend who just explaining her situation. She's got a partner. They're unmarried, but they've been in a long-term relationship for a long time and building wealth together. Okay, so they don't have kids or anything like that. Just kind of give you some background, okay? So here's her response up on the screen and what she said would be her key advice to you, okay? She said, I would tell them to save at least 6 months' salary, start a side business doing something they love, and when they can cover their expenses, go full in the business and forget FI. Forget FI, she says. Enjoy life doing what you love from as soon as possible. I wish I did that with what I know now instead of working crap jobs for 15 years to keep saving. Okay? Wow. Now, see, when I saw that, I thought, wow, I did not expect the response in those exact words. But there's a clue in what she's really saying, okay? Which I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know what your reaction is right now to that message. Jump in the comments and let me know. Notice, so this particular friend of mine has been working in a particular industry, in the creative industries, for about 15 years, okay? But she then started her own side hustle, her own business, which completely took off and now makes her a lot of money on a monthly basis and has helped her quit her job and, accelerated her journey in many ways towards becoming financially independent, okay? It's helped her make various leaps, like invest in property and do many other things that she would not have been able to do ordinarily, which, because I know that background, I can tell you, really feeds into her advice here, which is start a side business, doing something they love, she says. And when they can cover their expenses, go full into the business. So she's really saying, create a whole different opportunity for yourself. Keep putting a lot of dedication into that opportunity, and that opportunity being a side business or side hustle, put a lot of effort into it. And the minute that covers your expenses, go fully into it, almost pretty much just forget financial independence altogether, in her opinion, but instead enjoy the journey of doing what you love. So for her, it's really about doing what you love, but the vehicle that created that possibility for her, in this example, is the vehicle of starting a side business, and that side business becoming something that makes money. Okay, the thing that makes money, she created a whole different opportunity that makes much more money, therefore accelerating that journey towards financial independence, okay? I'm saying that and really stressing that point because it's very easy for us. And in fact, the culture in this country is really a culture. I'm sure this is in other parts of the world as well. Big culture in this country is really about protecting what you've got. It's really about saving money and keeping money as best as you can. Looking for discounts here and there, looking for ways you can save money. Everything's about saving money. But no one really teaches you how to make money. And making money is important. But there is a danger though in hugely focusing on making money, which, I'm going to highlight by reading you guys the message from my other friend. Okay, so I messaged another friend. Now, this other person I messaged is a guy. He's married. He's got 3 kids. And he works in the financial services industry as a very senior guy. Okay, so he does very well professionally. Okay, so first example, someone who had a really good job, fairly well paid, but had a side hustle. Second one, this individual doesn't have a side hustle, but has proceeded in his career. I asked him the same question and said to him, what would you focus on? What would be your one thing specifically? And he came back and said, hey, Ken, I'm fine. Hope all is well with you. I have 3 principles that I think are important, but if I have to pick one, it will be number 1. So he goes on, he says, live on a budget which allows you to spend less than you earn. That's the very first thing. Secondly, save and invest the surplus according to your risk appetite. And then thirdly, minimize your incurrence of debt, ideally just to lower cost secured borrowing, e.g. a mortgage, for example. So I saw that and thought, well, he's giving some various really, really important tips here, but I wanted to really hone in on one. So I messaged him back and said, hey, what about if you had to choose one? Imagine you had 3 things to do. Imagine you had the option of save more money and that became your core thing. I'm saving, or make more money and that was your main focus, or invest more money and that was your focus. If you had those 3 options, which would you say moved the needle the most for you? What was the big domino in helping you to get to where you are financially? And again, up on the screen is his response. Watch, and he says, making more money has been the biggest one for me, combined, he said, with lower inflation in spending. And then he says it's very hard to keep spending flat as you grow as a family. This individual has 3 kids. That then gives you the margin to save and invest more. So he's really, really pointed to what I'm trying to really highlight with this video today. But again, you see in a minute, but that there is a danger in focusing on just making money. But making money is nonetheless super, super, super important. Again, making money was his vehicle, but he then made the money over time. And with that, and managing the bottom line, his expenses, he's been able to build that buffer, and that buffer is then deployed as savings, which then gets invested. Okay, but making money was the core domino, the big domino that was necessary to accelerate that journey for him specifically. He then messages me back, right? Because this particular friend of mine, a bit more of a background, is somebody who is a person of faith. Okay, just as I'm a person of faith. And he messages me back and puts this message up. I'll put this up on the screen. It's a bit of a long one for us to read. Okay, and this will speak to some of you guys who are people of faith, because it's a particularly sensitive topic, but is worth discussing nonetheless. Okay, so he puts this up. He says, the danger, of course, is that people can become focused on money as the goal. That easily strays into loving money in itself. And the Bible is pretty clear about what can happen in this case. He quotes a scripture, First Timothy 6:10, which I will share. Please bear with me if you're not a person of faith. There is a lot of learning in what we're sharing today. Okay, I will share that in a moment. He said, I have made money not by focusing on making more money. Rather, I have tried to build a career in a field I enjoy. Very few of us are blessed enough to do what we love as a job. Then he carries on, where I have the base attributes to be good at my job, and then focusing on improving and enhancing my skills. Keyword, skills, to move towards excellence in my field. The money is an output of meeting those goals. Too many people, especially in this Instagram generation, are focused on the money as an input. Wow. That blows my mind right there because he's just dropping absolute bars. Too many people in the Instagram generation are focused on the money as an input. There is no guarantee that the focus I'm suggesting leads to materially enhanced earnings. It depends on the field you work in. He's being super realistic. But being focused on growing and learning, okay, resulting in being excellent at what you do is its own reward and leads to a more contented and fulfilling life, in my opinion, he says. That may be a slight tangent, but I think it's important. I had this exact discussion with, then he listed somebody else last week. Wow, that says so much. In fact, I'd love for you to jump in the comments and react to that right now. What are your thoughts on what was shared? And by the way, it's important to reference the particular piece of scripture that my friend was talking about. I'll put this up on the screen. It's very important to understand the context and exactly what's being said here. And here's the scripture. It says, for the love of money, that is, the greedy desire for it, and the willingness to gain it unethically is a root of all sorts of evil. And some, by longing for it, have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves through and through with so many sorrows. Core focus there, the love of money, okay? The greedy desire for it, the willingness to gain it unethically can result from this dangerous seeking of just wanting money, okay? It's not saying there's anything bad with wanting money, necessarily, i.e. you can work towards making more money. There's nothing really bad with actually doing that. But when you start to get into this domain of this greedy desire or gaining it unethically, that it starts to become a problem, okay? Now, I know we've gone down this unexpected pathway in the core question that I asked my friend, but I think it's actually very important. So in his case, he has made more money, but the core input for him, the core driver for making more money was for him to add value by being a much more talented employee or professional in his area of expertise. Delivering on that job has led to elevation in so many different ways in his own career, which of course has then led to that output of money coming. Now, so much to unpack with that one, but let's quickly jump onto the third one. So this is my third one as another friend, a guy who is with his partner, long-term partner, unmarried, in a relationship and building wealth together. They do not have kids, okay? And here's what he has to say. His response when I asked him that question was, he said, invest in skills and habits. Again, we hear that word skills again. Invest in skills and habits. Conduct a research into 3 to 5 people who have achieved financial independence you seek. See what skills and habits, he highlights it in bold, just to really point it out, they have that you lack, and begin immediately to invest in those skills and habits in a definite way of tracking and maintaining consistency. Okay, so he's speaking to essentially your abilities, your talent. You know, the whole idea or the saying, you might have heard me use this before, of growth over money. Growth coming first, growth in you as an individual, growth in you as a person, creator, growth in you as someone who creates opportunities and makes things happen. As a result of doing that, of course, will come money. And the key thing to mention, having looked at all those examples, and there could be so much more, is that making more money is not a bad thing to do, okay? It's not a bad activity to get involved in. And more specifically, thinking about financial independence, what stood out to me personally is that every one of those 3 people were speaking to increasing your upside. Okay, so rather than just, obviously earn your income, obviously save your money, saving is a good thing, obviously invest your money, investing your money is a good thing. Those things are good, but making more money is one thing you have under your control, which you can use as a tool to accelerate that journey and achieve that goal a lot faster than you might ordinarily have been able to achieve it. Again, I want to reiterate, Your savings rate remains important. Please, of course, keep saving your money, and the higher your savings rate, the better. Please, of course, keep investing your money because this helps money to work in money and build that compounding effect. But please do not ignore seeking out ways to engage your creativity and make more money. This, by far, in my very personal opinion, is one, if not the most powerful one of the three when it comes to actually accelerating your journey towards becoming financially free, say over the next 5 years or 5 to 10 years, for example. It's by far the biggest of them now. But I say that, but I do mention I want to mention very clearly, that making more money by itself is not enough. It's about how much of that money you're making that you can keep and therefore deploy towards investing in other asset classes, such as in the stock market and so on. Okay, so these next couple of messages I'm sharing with you guys actually came to me after I recorded this video, but I thought I'll just record this audio and share the screenshot anyway. Okay, so this particular one, which I'll put up on the screen for you guys, has come from a friend of mine who is in his late 30s, but he has created a business that's known as a unicorn. So the business is worth more than $1 billion. And he would know a thing or two about becoming financially independent, which is why I thought this is worth sharing. So he says, the ROI, which means the return on investment on knowledge, is unlimited. Read more books, he says, 1 to 2 per week. Read more contrarian, deep thinking stuff as opposed to news. Be super engaging on these topics, exchanging views with as many folks as possible to expand your horizons. This is more compounding than any other investment you can ever make. And he puts 3 exclamation marks at the end of that. Okay, and up on the screen is my very last one. And this has come from a female friend who is financially independent. And her circumstances is that she is a mum, a married mum with 2 kids. And here's what she says. She says, master a high paying skill. So again, we are back to this very word, skill. Then she says, then master your mindset, because this is what will determine the outcome of the high paying skill. Okay. So again, we are back to this core focus on the upside, wanting to do more, to elevate, to make more money, but ultimately doing it in a way that uses your abilities. And it's all about that growth over money as a core mindset shift for ultimately achieving financial independence a lot faster. So I want to end this video by asking you a simple question. What challenges do you have when it comes to this idea of creating more upside for yourself, of actually making yourself some more money? I've shown you guys by asking 3 different people who are financially independent what they have been able to do to get there on their own journeys, okay? And we can see some similarities in their responses. I didn't hear a single, actually one of them did mention savings, but the core focus was really on upside and trying to expand that upside and build more of that buffer, which you can then deploy and invest, okay? Jump in the comments, guys, and let me know what your answer to that question is. What is your biggest challenge when it comes to making money? I'm looking at all those responses from 3 of my friends. What exactly stood out for you specifically? What made you think, okay, perhaps this has challenged me a little bit, or, I actually object, or I have a different opinion to what they might have said? Jump in the comments and let's have a bit of a dialogue, okay? If you're interested in ideas for increasing your income, making more money, that sort of stuff, adding value, we've done so many videos, created so many resources in this area of making more money. I'm going to link to some of them below for you to feel free in your spare time to head over and check them out. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when we make other videos that are similar to the one that you've just watched. Thanks again for watching, guys, and as ever, in all things, be thankful and seek joy. Take care and bye for now.